friends. Okay. I had, this is Chloe, and I had all these ideas and things that I mentioned we were going to do on Yule. You can go see the other video. Um, so that last one did, I think. And I just like to say that I got a surprise. I wasn't thinking I was going to get a surprise, but I had those little fairy light types up that were different colors, and my husband went and found me these little kitty lights, these gorgeous little kitty lights, and they're adjustable. I'm just so eager for this. I'm just going to show you. You can dim them. Sorry, the dimmer's behind me. You can dim them. They're just the cutest little black kitties. You can change it to flickering candlelight. Come on. Like I said, the box is behind me. There you go. I won't keep it on long because I don't want to stir up any issues for people. So they have a little bit of a flicker. Let's put it on solid so it doesn't bother anybody. Okay, good. You can dim them and brighten them. It's really cool. Come on. Okay. There it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. You can go bright. You can go light. I just love it. I took down my other lights because I'm going to string these up above my headboard on the wall there, and to give me an alternative, lighter, softer lighting in my room, because I know this lighting is better for doing videos, but it also strains my eyes. So I'm just really excited. It was such a thoughtful gift for my husband. I didn't expect that. I mostly got like clothes and booties and some like cloggy shoes. And a couple sweater, and yeah, it was a nice little, and of course I got to play with my tarot. But what didn't happen, okay, so it was stormy all day, so unfortunately no long shadow pictures taken. And hey, hello, whoever's hanging out with me, nice to see you there. We did plan to go to the movies, but both my boys were like, "Oh, Mom, we're just tired. We just don't feel like movies today." And so I was like, "Okay, fine, fine." So I spent some time, prepping what gifts I didn't have wrapped yet. I let them each take turns wrapping gifts for one another and their dad. They each got something to wrap. We did kind of look at the orange clove thing, but we actually still haven't done it yet. Again, they have such fluctuating energy. We're thinking about even doing it tonight and just having it done for Christmas. Not that we actually celebrate Christmas, but we figured, hey, it's still the season. We're still going to get to enjoy the oranges. No biggie. So we're still going to do the thing, but it didn't happen that day. And instead of cooking the whole time, because my energies were kind of low too, we've been planning for this week, mostly cooking bits and parts of the original meal I had planned for Yule. So nothing's going to waste, but instead my husband's like, honey, forget it. Let's just go to Olive Garden and get some really cool food. And I was like, oh, yay, my other gift is I don't have to cook. So that's wonderful. Well, we did do some cookie baking, and we did do a bunch of holiday movies. We did do the lights out, and a song or a calling to nature spirits to add their positive energy to the house. And a short time during the day when everybody was either napping or whatever, I actually encouraged the wind from the storms to blow through the house. So the back door, sliding door to my house, I opened all the way into the front door and asked that the energy swoop through and clear out the stale and any sick energy that might still be hanging around us, to take it out. I believe in asking our brothers and sisters of spirit and nature to help us clear our energies, be it the house or the people. My favorite way to cleanse the aura is to stand in a storm or even a spring shower and allow it to literally clear that static energy, and also just whatever is clumping and blumping up inside of us. And this was a really good time to do that, considering we had a full moon. We had meteor showers, which I actually, it cleared later in the day, so I was actually able to see the full moon. I went out and put some warm cider outside to give the essence to the nature spirits and to give gratitude for the, whatever kind of weather or season I was going to get. So I did some small things on my own and just encouraged my, kids and husband to enjoy the day. So we did a fast unwrapping and everything when my husband got home. Had a few laughs. there were some surprises and some things known to be given, and it was just a little rush through because we ended up wanting to go out, as I said, to Olive Garden, which was a nice surprise for me. Um, Although I do prefer a little bit of a more personal time, it's nice just to change it up when we've had such low energy and still have kind of a celebratory dinner. So I got to have a gluten-free seafood mac and cheese that had lobster and shrimp. And my boys got to have some of their favorites over there, and my husband got to have the tour of Italy. So it wasn't a Yule, but it was still a lovely time eating some of our favorite foods. And I think that's more important. We had a lot of laughter and fun. And then we did a little bit of Christmas carols later and watched one movie, but we got everything done in time to do the lights out. So we did the lights out starting, let's see. It was before midnight, about 11, and we just kept it going. And then after that, we sang some carols and we tried to do some other stuff to keep busy, board games and other things. And we talked about what Yule was, what the winter solstice and the darkest, how long the night of the year is, and other traditions. And we just had like a bit of family time. It was lovely. We ate cookies. And then the next day, I so wanted to go to a movie. And my boys were still like, we want to play with our video games and the new toys we got and whatever. And it was the middle of the day, and my boys are old enough that they could stay home alone for a little bit. And I finally got my husband to go to the movies with me. We haven't done it just him and I in some time. And we ended up going to see Mortal Engines. I thought I was going to be going by myself, but he at the last minute said, you know what, buy another ticket if there's a seat by you and I'll go with you. So that was a nice little surprise. And then when we came home, we did some fun time with the boys again and cooked some food and just had a really relaxed time. So it wasn't very official this year. I did also welcome the dawn. I did sleep for a few hours in the middle of the night, but then I welcomed the dawn, which is always lovely. But here, since it's so rainy, it's welcome whatever you find. And so I'm so looking forward to enjoying my new little kitty lights. And here, let me take these off so you can see them a little bit. I love it has a little remote control, so I don't have to press buttons when it connects. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so they're little kitties, little adorable kitties on wires, and it's quite a big strand. Not exactly sure because they say 10 feet, but when I was putting it across my headboard's at least 7 feet, and it looks like it can do at least 2 rows, if not more, across the top above my bed. So I'm really looking forward to that. And this setup, it has a battery option or a plug-in to the wall, a little USB point, so you can use it in different ways. And I'm just so thrilled because I love lights. I've had tinkling lights before, but I don't always get to put them up. And luckily, I have some leftover little stickum hooks to help put it up without damaging the wall. And still have some leftover strips for that with the stick and stuff. And I am going to be doing that today with my husband. I decided to do this just after my shower, so to speak. That was the other thing. I ended up, because my boys just weren't in the mood to go to the movies, I ended up and got a haircut. So my hair is shorter. I don't know. Every time I do this, where I give myself a few extra layers, I always wish it was just long, even again, which is maybe a little bit of slight layering over there, but I'm going to let this go and see how it goes. It is feeling nicer and not so ragged and split endy, so I appreciate that. And yeah, let me know what happened for your Yule. Did your plans go as you wished? Did things change up and get even better than you thought they were going to be? You can get a mix of both. I'd love to hear how your Yule went. And I also, since then, have been spending a good amount of time refreshing my mind on pips without key terms, which my Oceanic Tarot does for me. This is doing pips purely with the pip cards and the major arcana of the Tarot of the Familiars. I already noticed just playing with it through the weekend that I'm not sure if it's me handling the cards or not, but I noticed this was already getting kind of a used look to it on the edging, a little bit white here and there. I was going back and I realized I couldn't find my black marker. So I'm going to probably end up getting another marker so I can black out the edges and maybe even some of the corners, because they seem this it has such a nice feel in the hands. I can actually riffle shuffle with this deck. A lot of my decks I can't, because I got used to using my decks kind of sideways and doing a ruffle shuffle like this with the sides. But I can actually properly ruffle shuffle with these end to end. The deck is small enough for my hands that I can do that. And I'm so thrilled, because I have not been able to properly shuffle for some time now, because my hands are small. But the size of this deck is perfect for my hands for shuffling, and that was very cool. I'm really enjoying that. And yeah, like right now, I'm mostly going over my numerology studies, and I found a cool website. Oh, I don't have it in front of me right now, but it gave the key meanings for pip cards and the different suits, which I found very helpful. And I was really happy to see that I actually remembered quite a few of them. There's just a few of them that are, I think, like sevens are a little tricky for me, and sometimes certain eights. But I do have, swords to me are areas of concern, and sometimes wands have some fighting energy. It depends on the contents of the number and the in the suit. And so I'm feeling a little more confident about reading with just a pure pep deck with no key terms, since I've been working with the deck this weekend. And I'm really finding I don't even notice the LP, the Lisa Parker things on the front. I mean, because it's done in such a lovely font, that it just seems really nice. And I love the darker tones, because the lighter tones in the deck really pop when I have it in my preferred lighting for reading. I often need to have like a darker background, and then I have some lamps that are just kind of over the area spotlighting, and I try to keep the light directly from my eyes as much as possible. Best lighting I can for recording, of course. But yeah, so this has gotten a little off tangent, but I'm so excited. I have two more decks coming, or maybe three, and I'm very excited for that. I noticed that there were some sales, and I was like, you know what? I'm not planning on getting any decks, at least until maybe close to March, which is my birthday, and usually around the time I go to the Tarot Symposium, whether it's one day or all three. And let's see, I'm thinking that I can keep myself in check, since I got some oracles to play with and a tarot or two. I will talk to you about those when I get them. Okay, I can say that I've got the Spirits of the Animals oracle, which I've been wanting since I'd seen Truth and Stories review. Very lovely. I love the artists. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And I'm getting the Vampire Oracle that Lucy Cavendish did so long ago. I have not been able to get it. I wasn't attracted to it at first, but I have done a lot of research and heard a lot of positive things. And it is a Jazz and Beckett Griffith art piece, so I had to get it, and that's coming. And then I got the Book of Shadows Tarot kit. One of them I wasn't really that interested in, but the other I am. And the more modern, like daily kind one, that's seems to be. You know what? I will just talk about those when they come and get into it with you guys. Let me just say I got three. Technically kind of four, but it's a kit of tarot and oracles coming, and I'm so looking forward to sharing them with you and seeing my progress with the pip deck. I hadn't actually been planning on getting more tarot, but I have been eyeballing that Book of Shadows tarot for some time, trying to figure out what I wanted to do about that, because I was very, very much drawn to the more modern looking As Below part of that set. And there was too good of a deal for the holidays to pass it up. So, okay, I hope you're finding great deals, or just really lovely, unexpected times for the holidays here, and at least some of your plans come to right, if not all of them. Let it flow. Just enjoy your time with family. Don't worry if it isn't perfect. Don't worry, it's the time you spend together that's most important. And I thank you so much for spending a little of your holiday time with me. If you like these videos, please let me know with a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or a few comments, and please feel free to share with others here. I'm trying to feel for where I want to go with things. And if you have any requests off of anything I've shown that you'd like something more in depth or whatever, please know that I'm open to that. So have a great holiday. Christmas is tomorrow. This is Christmas Eve, and we're looking forward to some meat tonight with seafood dinner that we are making and already have the fixings of. Um, and then, oh yeah, we're gonna do the cloves, the orange cloves tonight. So yay! And yeah, I I'm just gonna say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye bye.